Alright, we're doing it again. We're doing it again. Hopefully this GoPro doesn't continue to screw up every 5 minutes, but we'll see how it goes. Hey, what's the worst that could happen? Can't be any worse than the general fuckery of the world here right now. So let's see. Gotta get you guys back up. Alright, I'm sure it's gonna be fine. So, alright, so the plan for tonight, I wrote a set list to make sure, because this is practically a concert. So, introduction, that's now. We're gonna do some fuckery, part 2. That's where I'll warm up, because I haven't played guitar in 2 weeks, to burn the shit out of my hand. Talk about Chicago. We're gonna do wanking, self-explanatory. Talk about guitars. Wine break, that may actually pop in there multiple times. Skynyrd, we're gonna talk about Skynyrd. Maybe bass, maybe acoustic. Maybe we'll do a little tour of the front room here that Christy redecorated, because it's dope. And then we'll figure out how to end this thing. And hopefully it'll be 3 a.m. by then, and we'll have some idea of what our lives are gonna continue to be like when we answer the burning question. One of the burning questions we're gonna answer tonight is, who is the greatest Southern rock band of all time, and why is it Lynyrd Skynyrd? Who knows? Interested in your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, whatever the people say. I don't know. That wine's almost gone. We're gonna need more. Okay, let's do a guitar. A good warm-up guitar. There are some options. Seems like as good as any. Ugh. Breaking news from the 3rd precinct: 37% of reporting should always tune before you play the guitar. So we're gonna tune. Isn't that the most fun thing to watch? Someone tuning. By the way, in the background we have Led Zeppelin, original vinyl from 1970 something, Physical Graffiti album, disc 1, side 2. So you can hear Kashmir in the background, and there will be some more Led Zeppelin action to come. R.I.P. Eddie. Alright, so I'm just going to warm up. It's going to be boring. So expect some kind of general fuckery here. And I don't know, that'll be it for a little bit. to warm these old fingers back up here. By the way, you guys, let me know in the comments if you have any questions or requests, and then we can not probably not play any of those songs, and I'll just ignore them. But anyway, let me know what you think. Wine's almost up. So this is a 2017 RF Tremonti artist signature tin top whale blue chrome and brass hardware. One naked pickup, one covered. Lovely birds. It's a cool guitar. I woke up on my first Father's Day in 2017. Christy said, "Hey, happy Father's Day. You can buy whatever guitar you want." I said, "Boy, are we in trouble now? Do you know what you just said?" So, the only stipulation was it needed to be blue to kind of match Ty's eyes. So the light here is not fantastic, but you can kind of see this top is like a lovely blue with like gray and brown, all kinds of flamey tops. And oh, Christy brought me a light. Look at that stagehand assistant. She said she wasn't going to get involved. Helpful, super helpful. And we named it Nugget. So we named it Nugget. It's the same color as Ty's eyes, and it was really expensive. So it has its own insurance policy. So anyway, that's this guitar. It does a lot of things that you would expect a PRS to do, but then like sort of Mark Tremonti-fied. So it's super, can be really heavy metal, thrashy on the bridge pickup. It's got some cleany stuff that it does too, and it's a beautiful guitar. It plays great. It's one of my top 3 favorite. That's my number 1 favorite for sentimental reasons. 1, 2. Definitely the top 3 for playing feel, speed, and ease, and all that kind of stuff. The PRS, the hype is real. You know what? I don't like this pick. We're gonna switch. Find me a different pick. Can't keep up with anything, so we just rearranged everything. Stand by. Jeez. Rookies. Amateurs. There's some of the stuff we'll need later anyway. Get our slide out, get our tuner. And decent pick. And the amp is just the most hated amp of all time. Anything Line 6 is made by gear snobs. So it might sound like shit to everybody, and that's fine. It's cheap and it does practically everything. So I am not a tone purist. I'm not even a guitar player. I don't even do this stuff. I'm just a collector. Like, whatever. I'm just here to report election results. Breaking news, reporting from 37% of counties in western Washington state, Eddie Van Halen will be sorely missed. Here. Oh, Holly is loving my mohawk. Guess what, guys? Quarantine haircuts are the shit. And my wife has gotten so good at cutting hair during quarantine that I now have a mohawk. I didn't ask for this. I didn't plan for this. But you know what? Hey, we're doing rock and roll live stream on election night. So maybe now's the time. I ain't mad about it. Who else is in here? Sorry, I'm trying to get these comments up, and then you guys have to see my face like huge in the screen. But Holly, Sarah, I am so glad to be partying with you guys tonight. I miss you guys. I love you. All right, so let's do a little bit more warm up on this. We'll switch it up a little bit. We'll talk about my friends from Chicago is the theme of the evening. Who may or may not be a swing state tonight. I don't know. Illinois blue? They red? All I know is they love them some blues in Illinois, am I right? Oh, by the way, I don't mean to make light of this election thing, because it is total fuckery and like whatever. A lot of people are really anxious and things right now. I'd just like to address that by letting you know people are here for you. In particular, like Joe Bonamassa is here for you. Maybe not physically, at least spiritually. And if you go watch his version of Slow Gin from, I guess it'd be live at Royal Albert Hall Part 2. It's okay to drink yourself off a cliff when you're watching that song. And that's fine. It's perfectly okay. It's acceptable. No matter the outcome. None of that matters. I'm here to talk about that shit. I'm here to talk about rock and roll. So. this guitar, and maybe we'll get some more wine. I'll see if my lovely assistant can help me open another bottle. So, moving on to the next agenda item for the evening. So what did I write on here? I wrote Chicago. Why did I write Chicago? I love Chicago. But I don't just love the city, because it's just people that are in the city that make the difference. So, the shirt I'm wearing tonight, one of the best human beings I know. And her name is Kate Moss. She lives in Chicago. She's a good friend. She's an incredible guitar player. She's a wonderful graphic designer. And you know what? I got a bunch of other friends in Chicago too. I got the t-shirts. I got costume changes. I don't know if I actually changed. All these guys are live musicians and ladies. And guess what? Live musicians, it sucks to be a live musician right now. These guys got all their livelihood ripped out from under them. No touring, maybe there's some limited touring now. But what just a shit show of an environment. So anyway, I'm gonna put some links in the comments after this stream, because I don't know how to do it before. So if you guys like this, don't donate to me. I don't want your money. I want you to go donate to the people that I'm celebrating tonight. My friends in Chicago, Kate Moss, love you, mwah. And Smiley Tillman. Maybe I'll change into my Smiley Tillman shirt. I met Kate with Smiley. They share a band sometimes. Oh, Kate's on. Hey, Kate. So we're talking about Smiley. Smiley's awesome. Chicago Blues Hall of Fame. This man can wail on the guitar and sing like nobody's business. And he's awesome as well, so we'll link him. And my lovely friend, JD Simo, formerly of the band Simo, now of the band JD Simo. And my brother, Adam Abershoff, the drummer. JD grew up in Chicago. It's where he got a bunch of his greasy, funky roots. We love that guy. I'll link his information as well. Davey Knowles, definitely not from Chicago, but lives there currently, from the Isle of Man. Probably the sweetest, gentlest voice when he's just talking, and then he's just a gravelly old blues guy when he's singing. And maybe pound for pound, the best guitar player that's kind of out there right now. I don't know. We shouldn't talk about the best. I love Davey. He plays incredible. He plays blues, he plays rock, he plays an old 1932 something or another that sounds incredible, slide resonator. Anyway, he can do everything. We love Davey. Davey's band's bass player, Todd Michael Bowers. This man is awesome. He's incredible on the bass. He's got a crazy gear collection. He's a super sweet dude. Great to know. He makes killer t-shirts. There was a killer photographer that took this picture for this t-shirt. I got one photo credit to my name. It's this one. And he helped me sort of get back some inspiration about collecting some vinyl and things like that. So Todd's a good dude. And then I just had one more shirt. This is not a person. This is just a plug for Chicago Music Exchange. Hey, if you need a Les Paul, and who doesn't need a Les Paul when you only have 5? Go to Chicago Music Exchange. They have a huge room. It's full of nothing but Les Pauls. You can spend like $1 million in there and not even buy 2% of the stuff. So anyway, all good. Maybe we'll do some costume changes. That's my Chicago donations pitch. Please donate to live musicians, whether they're my favorite or your favorite, because they all need some help right now. Everybody's hurting in a lot of ways. Those guys got it all taken from them. All right, what do I have next on the list here? Wanking. The set list actually says wanking. I don't know if that means what you guys think it means. I'm going to think about it while I go open another bottle of wine and be back in 2 minutes. We'll turn some up. Interference on the amp here from the super mighty pickups on this Bonamassa Les Paul. Let's see. I'll try to keep up with this thing. It's been a while, so whatever. Maybe it happens, maybe it doesn't. Oh, I missed it. Volume was down. Hang on, we'll try again. solo. Why would you even disrespect Jimmy's name? Alright, we're gonna skip that song. We don't need the rest of that song. That was the interesting part. This next song is a little more fun to play, I think. That one's really repetitive. And this one is somewhat too. I'm gonna all, but it's kind of got some swag. So hopefully I can remember it. I don't know. Like I said, it's been a long time since we've done any of this. Hopefully I got time for wine. The trick is to play louder than the album and just play completely the wrong things. Nobody can tell that you're not on time or on beat or in key. That's my goal. Alright. Welcome to the wanking section. We're officially wanking, I think. Feels like wanking. That's what she said. Alright. What else can we wank with? Well, therein lies the question of our time. So anyway, please don't flame too much in the comments. There's enough flaming across the world. I know it's terrible. I get it. I'm trying to think of what to play next. I don't really have any ideas, so I'm just gonna like play nothing. Which is what I usually play all the time anyway. Whoa, that was a very adult sounding chord there. Oh my. Might be the first adult chord I played all night. I'll try it again. It's like a D suspended, something or another. Nice little deep breath. So the song is playing in the background. I can hear it. I don't think you guys can hear it. It's In My Time of Dying, which is the third song off of this Physical Graffiti album. That is probably my favorite Led Zeppelin song of all time. It makes me want to pull something out. A guitar. Tune it to open A. See what happens. But that seems like an awful lot of tuning for right now. So breaking election news. The votes are in. The polls have been cast. The exit polling has indicated clearly. There has been some disagreement on my Skinner comment, and that's okay. Everyone is entitled to opinion. You can say whatever you want. Those are certainly words. And it's okay to be wrong. If your parents didn't teach you it's okay to be wrong, that's not my fault. Don't be upset with me. Little known tuning trick for all you guitar lovers out there. 5th fret, 7th fret of the next string, all the way until you get to the G. Perfectly in tune harmonics. I have this setting on my amp. I don't know what it's for. I think it was loosely based on like a Bonamassa setting. And I never play it. Maybe we can find. I don't know. Maybe we can do something with it. We could try to play some Bonamassa. It might go poorly. Likely to go poorly. as is all things. And that's okay. Yeah, fuck it. We could do like Oh Beautiful. Oh yeah, figure that out. We gotta sing it though, so. Oh boy, definitely gonna need some wine if I'm gonna sing. Jeez. Christy, you ready? I'm gonna sing.
What?
You ready? I'm gonna sing.
Okay.
Christy's not ready for this. I'm not ready for this. We're not gonna sing. Yeah, I don't know. So, Oh Beautiful is a song that Joe put on Different Shades of Blue. It's probably my favorite Joe album. And it started off weird. Like he wrote it as a weird song. Like it starts off with just a cappella singing, and then it just launches into like this ripping riff. Then it slows way back down again, and then it's just got like this wild, epic, wide-ranging solo. I would never try to attempt. But I did learn some of the riff 6 years ago, so we'll see. Oh, beautiful, if you were mine, I would write you letters and buy you wine.
Sweet wine.
I changed the words, Christy. I know the words. Oh, beautiful, why you so blue? You could only see the way I see you. Fuck that up. I'm gonna do that last little bit again. Then there's like a cool little breakdown bridge. I feel like that was a disaster, but you know what? It's gonna age well. I'm gonna play that riff one more time because I like the riff. I'm gonna fix the amp because it sounds super muddy, and we'll see if it like I don't know, sounds better the second time. I'm not singing anymore. That was the one time. Can't believe that's on the internet. Holy shit. Sounds a little better. We'll try it again. Oh, beautiful, pour you sweet wine, and then do the thing, and then the other stuff. Kinda like really like jam that E. I might be playing that whole thing out of key. It's possible that it's actually like, whatever, doesn't matter. That might be enough wanking for this guitar. might just be enough. And give my wireless thing a little battery here while I switch. What you guys want to do next? All 0 of you that are watching right now. I'm sure you're catching on the replay. I'm sure everybody's watching some kind of terrible fucking news on CNN right now or something. I don't know. It's gonna be a night, and there's definitely going to be things happening. All right, focus. All right, so we saw the Les Paul. I got like 4 more of those. 5 more of those. I don't know that we need to see a whole bunch more of that. I can show you guys real quick. And I know this is going to be like super duper out of tune. Ty's guitar. So this is a 3/4 scale Strat. Strapped way up, obviously for Ty size. This thing actually plays like pretty awesome. For $90, or whatever it was. You know, it doesn't stay in tune for shit, but I probably can fix some of that with minor upgrades. So next year, when Ty's 4, this will be his main rig, and he better be practicing. So yeah, I always love the Olympic white Strat too. Like, it's just such a cool, clean color. Maple, maybe that's not real maple. I don't know. It looks pretty good. Grain ain't bad. Kind of a cool guitar. For, like I said, for less than $100, it's almost a throwaway. But this one's definitely not a throwaway because this one is dedicated. I'll show you this upside down. We named this one Nugget Jr. Ty got this on my first Father's Day, 2017. Thank you, Christy, for this wonderful idea. And was signed by the man himself, Mr. Joe Bonamassa, when Ty got to meet him just before the COVID shutdown, February 28th of 2020.
He called him Mr. Joe.
Ty got to meet Mr. Joe, and he said, "Hey, Mr. Joe!" And I think Joe got a kick out of that. We all did too. Then Ty had a meltdown and ran to go find some candy or something. So it's whatever. It wasn't the picture perfect meeting, but it's also real life, so it is what it is. And thank you, by the way, again, to my friend Kate Moss, who helped make some of that happen because she's friends with Joe and was able to set up a meeting with Joe and my wife and myself 3 years earlier. And we had a t-shirt made up for, because my wife was 4 months pregnant with Ty. And we took a picture with Joe that day and brought it back to him 3 years later and said, "Hey, remember this guy? He came out and here he is." And Joe autographed that picture. And so the next time we see Joe, we'll have him autograph the one where he got to meet Ty in the flesh. So that's pretty cool. And again, I will put some links for you guys to follow my Chicago-based friends, live musician friends who are in need of support in whatever form or fashion you can give it these days. I will put that in some comments or description or something after this video. Please go follow them, like, share, subscribe, donate, do whatever you gotta do. We need to support our live musicians while times are tough. It's not gonna get any easier for a while. We are riding a third hospitalization spike that's exponential, skyrocketing. So it's unfortunate, but is where we are. Hopefully we'll get back to live music at some point, because that was really a big part of our lives. And love all you guys. Hope everybody gets out on the other side okay. All right, let's play Ty's guitar. I mean, that's just nasty sounding, right? For like a little kid Strat. in 2 minutes, because then it'll be out of tune. By the way, if you're an adult and you want to play the guitar, and you've always wondered, I just don't know how to start, I feel like it would be too hard for my hands, get one of these. It's super easy to play. Don't start an acoustic guitar. They're super hard. Like, they're hard to play, like, for people who like to play them. Electric guitars are way easier. This thing is super small. You can get, like, incredible finger reach on this. I'm not even trying. Not even trying and getting, like, 4 or 5 frets. It's a little crowded when you're trying to do the cowboy chords, you know, like... This thing's already so far out of tune, it sounds like shit. But anyway, highly recommend it. If you guys wanted some recommendations on, like, how to get started, how to get going, I've helped a couple people buy stuff for their kids for Christmas and all that kind of stuff. Happy to help. I can't play for shit. I've been doing this for a long time. Got 25 years in it at this point, and you know, it's a bit of music's a community. So, like, if I can help somebody, I'll help somebody. I'm not gonna be able to teach you much because I don't know much. I know absolutely jack shit, but I know some stuff about the hardware. So, anyway, digression. Ty's guitar is morbidly out of tune, so I'm gonna stop playing that. It's we're gonna need a new bridge. There we go. Here we go. The hot rod. The hot rod. Tuning her up. She seems like she's pretty close. This thing almost never goes out of tune. It's an incredible guitar. If you're wondering if some of this stuff sounds super heavy, it's all been standard tuning tonight. I didn't tune anything down. If we wanted to tune way down, we could really sound heavy, but you can make, like, you know, get a good amp, and you got your right hand technique is mostly what brings the heaviness. I don't know why nobody gives a fuck about any of this. I'm not a guitar teacher. Anyway, I'm just saying, everything's standard tuning, no down tuning. Maybe in the past. Wish this is the point in the stream where I could say, hey, I know this Eddie Van Halen song, and I can, like, play it in tribute to Eddie Van Halen. I don't know. I can never play any of those songs. I remember when there was, like, Hot for Teacher, it was like... I didn't know. I don't know the song. It just sounds kind of like what it was. I think it was really just like an old kind of ZZ Top riff that Eddie took and made, like, super heavy and, like, one of the coolest songs of the 80s. So I'm not even going to disgrace that. But I can tell that we're almost at the end here because we're going to have to check some election results and figure out this Skinner poll pretty soon, because this wine is hitting me pretty hard, and I haven't eaten anything tonight. So here we go. This is really ambitious to try after this much wine and no dinner, by the way. Anyway, it was a pitiful attempt at like a Racer X song or something, just a riff. Let's pretend like that didn't happen, and we'll play something else. Sorry, I realize this is incredibly self-indulgent live stream. I haven't given you any election results so far. So we just got a breaking update in. We have 37 electoral votes going towards Leonard Skinner in a surprise update. We didn't expect this from out of the blue states. Here we go. Now it's a dead heat between Skinner and Zeppelin and Molly Hatchet. Where did Molly Hatchet come from? We didn't expect a third party to show up in here. Is Led Zeppelin even a Southern rock band? I don't think so. All right, I'm gonna get some wine. I'll be right back. Clearly everyone's tired of this as I am.
What is that? Send it back to sleep on. I just think it's a really weird year.
It's a what?
Weird year.
It is a weird year. My wife just said, I think it's a weird year. And you know what? She's right. Talk about a fucking weird year. Good news is, Ty's shitting in the potty. So, hey, it's not all bad, right?
Consistently shits in the body.
Consistently, yes. Excellent adjective, my wife. Consistently shitting in the potty. was gonna play Jimi Hendrix, didn't you? I know what you're saying. Why haven't you been using that cheap pedal all night? Because that was the best thing. You know what? I love the wah pedal. You don't even have to pretend like you're in key or you know what you're playing. Because it just makes everything sound kind of cool. And people are like, yeah, man, cool. I dig it. Pretty sweet. Holy smokes, it's 74 degrees in here. Hey, fan. Oh, hands on. What happened? It was 20 degrees this morning. Fucking hot as shit in here. Get some airflow. I'll get some airflow. Maybe that'll help. Alright, sorry I move around so much. It's just how I play. I always have. It's weird. I get it. This Sterling by Music Man Majesty. So, it's not the real $3,000 American-made John Petrucci Majesty. It is the $1,000 Indonesian-made version that is done incredibly well. I've played the American version. It wasn't exactly like this spec, but it was pretty close. And for $1,000, I couldn't recommend a better rock and roll guitar to anybody for $1,000 than this. You can rule the world on this thing, do anything you want to do. It's incredible. And now they have some pretty cool colors. This is like a matte red with some sort of carbon fiber looking. It's like a print, I think. It's not actual carbon. And they have some other cool colors now. They got one that's black, looks super stealthy as fuck, and maybe like a blue. Anyway, those are all the Indonesian made ones. And then they have the American ones, which are way more incredible. As far as the options you can get them really flamey, you can get color shift, you can get the piezo acoustic sounding thing. But even this one has like a pretty good pickup boost built in here on push-pull knob, so I'll let you hear that. So I'm just gonna like rip out a couple of power chords and then like a super simple riff so you can hear the difference. So here's non-boosted. Here's boosted. You can make that note go forever when it's boosted. It is. This thing's just got great sustain. It's by far the fastest guitar I own. By far the easiest to play. There's no heel. The whole thing's cut away. I mean, you can just be all up on here into the 25th fret if there was one. This is ridiculous. could never actually play up there. It's way too ridiculously beyond me. Anyway, I love this guitar. John Petrucci, Dream Theater, got a new solo album out. Go check it out. It's dope as fuck. Alright, that's enough on that one. Alright, I'm going to show a couple more guitars, then we're going to come close to wrapping this thing up here. So one more guitar. We've been doing, we're over an hour. Hey guys, we made it, over an hour. All 0 of you that are still here. It's fantastic. You catch it on the replay. Catch it on the replay. This is another Bonamassa guitar, go figure. Blue, Epiphone, Les Paul. It's quite dusty at the moment, actually. This guitar has been hanging above Ty's bed since he was born. Almost non-stop, or at least on his wall. Yeah. Anyway, Ty likes this guitar. It's also blue. We dig the blue guitars for Ty. This one's also special because it does have a pick guard that was signed by Joe. I've taken it off because I think it looks kind of cool without the pick guard. My friend Kate, who I mentioned again, Kate Moss in Chicago, borrowed this guitar for a while, took it out on the Chicago blues scene, played some gigs with it, gave it some taste of like what real playing is like, because it will never get that with me. So thank you, Kate, for lending this guitar that opportunity. And a reminder, I'll post links for Kate, Davey, JD Simo, Todd Bowers. You guys need to go support all the Chicago musicians and all of your musician friends. This guitar rocks. These Bonamassa Epiphone Les Pauls that he puts out for, I don't know, they come out with a Bonamassa Epiphone every year for like in the $800 price range. They're incredible guitars. I got 3 of them. I got a gold top, the Pelham Blue I just showed you, and then the Sunburst that we played earlier. The only difference in the Sunburst, Epiphone went through a bit of a transition here recently in the last couple of years with Gibson under new management. And they've started focusing quite a bit more on Epiphone, which is their sort of like Gibson but overseas, much cheaper guitars. And they've made some good ones. So the big difference is the first 2 Bonamassa Les Pauls I had Gibson burst buckers in them, like Gibson USA burst buckers. The latest Bonamassa Sunburst Les Paul has the Epiphone version of the burst bucker, which is great. And like I've beat them a bunch of times, just kind of like back and forth on, bunch of different settings, and I can't tell much of a difference, if any. So good guitars, good price point. Highly recommend it for somebody in that mid-range guitar level, $600, $700, $800. You can definitely find a couple of used ones now. They're good guitars. They also did an Epiphone V, Epiphone Firebird. I think they're doing a Black Beauty this year, 3 pickup black Les Paul. Might have to get that. I don't know. We'll see. All right. So we were gonna do. What were we doing next? Let's go to the list. We're going to take a wine break. We've already taken a couple of wine breaks, so I don't need another one right this minute. Feeling this already. We're going to talk Skinnerd, and then we're going to do either bass or acoustic. And I was going to give you guys a quick tour. So, I'll do this. Let's do the Skinnerd. I don't know that I feel like playing bass or acoustic tonight, so I might cut this short, which seems to be okay at the moment. Anyway. And then I'll show you guys the room here a little bit. Alright. And just to tamper expectations here a little bit, I don't have like a ton of, like a major Skinnerd's showcase planned here. I was just gonna maybe jam a little bit in the Skinnerd-ish style. So this guitar is kind of cool. If you guys follow me on Instagram, like, share, subscribe, whatever the hell people say, or wherever. Because I'm deactivating Facebook probably shortly after this again. This is an old, and I mean like, yeah, it's probably 15 years old. Epiphone Custom Shop, limited edition, their version of the SG. The only reason I bought this guitar is because I was living in New Jersey and I was super drunk, and I woke up in the morning and I said, hey, I've got an email that tells me I bought a guitar last night, and it was this, and I bought it, I think, because of this beautiful silver burst finish. So it's got black edges and it bursts into this like silver in the middle. This was like a highly sought after finish that they made on some Gibson Customs in like the late 1970s. And then they didn't do it again for a long time. They just released like this week or last week an Adam Jones guitar player from Tool, signature Les Paul, that silver burst, because he's been playing these 79 Customs silver burst for like the whole time he's been in Tool, which is like 30 years. How old do we feel right now? Jesus Christ, 30 years of Tool. And so they just had like a really successful collaboration and launch of this guitar. Go check it out, buy it if you can. I would like to. Christy's telling me one in, one out at this point, so I don't know which guitar I'm going to sell if I buy another one, so probably let that one pass. I don't know. I have too many Les Paul. There's too many Les Pauls around here. Not that anybody ever says that, but come on, it's ridiculous. I don't even know how to fucking play with things. Alright, anyway, so Skinner. The whole goofy premise of this election analysis that the world really needs right now is that Skinner fucking rocks. I think we can all agree on that. How could you not? Because if you didn't, I'd have to question kind of like what you're listening to, because it's clearly not what everybody else is listening to, which are just awesome songs with incredible musicianship. New Skynyrd stuff, you could argue it a little bit, but anyway, old Skynyrd stuff, super dope. They get my vote. Best Southern rock band. I love Led Zeppelin and Molly Hatchet, who came in as a third-party independent. Yeah, Skinner was the shit. I grew up on this stuff, and it was, it means a lot of stuff to a lot of people. So you can't discount like the emotional stuff that's tied to music. Like, that's kind of what it's all about. So, anyway. Maybe I'll play a couple Skinner riffs. I don't know any songs, because like clearly, as we demonstrated earlier, I don't know any songs. But anyway, to finish the dumb story on this guitar, bought it drunk. It wasn't that great of a guitar. Epiphone in the mid-2000s were not building instruments of the quality that they are building today. And this thing was like $400. So about the time the pandemic started, I was really antsy and anxious, as I imagine others to have been. And I was spending a lot of time contemplating lots of things. And often the contemplation was done with bourbon and this lovely small vinyl collection that we've started. Because, like, why not? If you're gonna think about deep stuff, you should think about it with bourbon and good old music played on super old rubber with micro indentations that vibrate a needle at a certain frequency and birthed rock and roll. Who expected that to go so deep so quick? That's what she said. Anyway, so I said, you know what? This guitar sounds like shit and it plays like shit, so let's fix it. And so I bought new pickups. All the electronics were done. I ripped everything apart, cleaned, filed, polished. Billy Gibbons, Pearly Gates pickups, and all new knobs and pots and wiring, all the things. It plays like a dream now. It's got a couple of little like intonation issues that I'm not sure that I can fix, because I did try to do all this myself, and it was like kind of my first go at it, and I was like, it's a $400 guitar. What's the worst that could happen? It came out okay. It's not great. It needs a professional setup. I will do that at some point. But it do play, and it do make noises. So Skinner. Skinner, yeah. There's a couple of songs that I used to know or pretended to know. See, like the levels are off. See, like that's the rhythm pickup. Sounds fine. You go to the treble pickup. I don't know, I think it's way louder. Yeah, thought that might be the case. All right. So one of the first songs I learned on guitar way back when was like a version of Freebird minus the solo, because it still may be the most elusive solo in all of guitar, at least to me. But it was pretty cool little intro. I don't know if I remember it. I think it's, what do we do? We go G. So anyway, that was kind of like the chorus and intro, and it's a beautiful progression, like the arpeggiating the. Of course, you have to pay attention and not screw it up like I just did. But anyway, that's kind of like the cool lost intro to Freebird that a lot of people don't appreciate, it just being like a lovely set of chords. So, I hadn't played that in forever. And then you get to the solo section, and the whole thing is like this for 10 minutes. No, that's not it. have no idea how to play that solo, so I'm not even gonna pretend. But anyway, good stuff. What else? Skinner. So, there's one song I thought we could do on. I don't know this song. Give Me 3 Steps. I don't know the song, but I know like I used to know some pieces of it. Let me work it out. I don't know the song. But anyway, I like that intro because that part's fun. And that was something that I hadn't really heard before. You know, a lot of Skinner and ZZ Top was kind of like these 2-fingered power chords, like only hitting 2 notes right there. So you take the middle 2 strings of a 6-string guitar, and it's actually the bottom 2 notes missing the root of. It's like the root in the 5th, but the root is higher than the 5th of the, like a power chord. So like this, it's a D. This, ignoring that 5th fret A string, is also a D. It just sounds kind of cool, and you can like slide it around like Billy Gibbons is so. Frees up some other fingers to do some other things, and that's always a good thing. I don't care what she says. All right, I'm gonna get one more refill and then I'll be right back. How close? How back?
I think like Georgia and all these other places are projecting.
Just got some bad election analysis news. Sounds like we have no idea what's going to happen, and it could turn into utter fuckery. Who knows if Lynyrd Skynyrd or Led Zeppelin's going to come out on top? It's too early to call. We might be in lawsuits for months about this thing. And nobody's going to be mad at you if you have to drink a lot. Like, it's fine. Like, it's totally fine. Like, it's whatever happens, don't let somebody make you feel bad about that. Because the bands are important. And the votes that we give to these bands when we stream their songs or buy their albums are also important. Okay, alright. I don't have a strap on this guitar, so I might need to put a strap on. Cut. Holy shit, I didn't just say that. Here we go. There's a strap without a lock. Stand by. I gotta get some more straps. You know, the problem when you have 20 guitars, and I don't know if that's the number, I just made up a number. And, well, there's multiple problems if you have 20 guitars. But, unless you do this for a living, which I most certainly do not. I do this for a die-in, actually. But, you gotta have 20 sets of stuff. Like, ideally, you know, each guitar's got its own strap that you really like for that guitar, depending on how heavy it is and if you need to lock it and whatever. And it's just a lot of crap to maintain. And then you gotta change strings on these things. Like, holy God, like I did, I don't know, a couple, 3 guitars in the last month. And it's fun, I dig it. I like changing strings because it's like, it's cathartic and it feels like I'm in control of something for the first time in God knows how long. But, you know, it's a lot of work. It was a lot of work because I certainly don't play all of these guitars every day. And you can only play one at a time. And I can't play them worth shit anyway. But it's important that when you do want to play it, that it's there and it's ready to go. So, like, I need a guy who's got a van. If anybody's out there has got a van with a mobile guitar repair workshop inside it, let me know. Come over to the house. I'll have you set up and clean 20 guitars. We spend all day. I got the wine. I got money you can have. And, you know, just come every once a quarter or something. It'll be fine. Anyway. Alright, let's tune the Strat. So this might be the last guitar I show you tonight. You guys have seen it before. If you were in the last annual live stream 4 years ago, and I just changed these strings so they may fall out of tune on me. They might still be stretching in a little bit. And I took the whammy off of this guitar for now. I wish it was a hardtail, and I wish it didn't have this awful brass hardware. And I bought it on Craigslist from a guy. But it is an American Strat. Let's just check comments. I don't think we got... Yeah, everybody's probably feeling a bit down and out right now. So maybe we need a more upbeat type of song. And like I said, I don't really know any songs. But there's a riff or some sections of the songs that we can play here and there. And it's kind of fun. But anyway, don't you just love the Sienna Burst? This is called Sienna Burst on this guitar. And it is so pretty. It's American Strat. It was, I don't know, got it from a guy off Craigslist, like $600. He had put this really expensive, upgraded tremolo on it and changed all the hardware to brass. I was like, dude, this guitar was nickel when he bought it. He didn't keep the original hardware, swapped it all out. Whatever, that was his style. He got rid of the guitar, I bought it. Maybe we'll go back to brass. Maybe we'll go hardtail. I'm just not sure that you need, or I need, a tremolo on all these all the time. So, but it's a pretty good playing guitar. This was my first and only Strat, and I was after I bought it, I was like, oh, okay. And I like see why people buy them. I dig it. It's a cool guitar. Sounds good. Don't anybody tell you you can't play heavy metal on a Strat, by the way. I'll tell them they're wrong. You can totally play metal on a Strat. Anyway, grand finale. Not gonna be much of a finale, but we're gonna try to play a cool Skynyrd song that everybody knows. And when you learn this song when you were trying to play guitar in high school and you could play it at a party, the chicks would all go crazy and you would drink terrible alcohol. Sorry, that didn't sound right. Sorry, like the mids and treble on this thing were like way too high. It was all washed out. I don't know why. Then there's a bridge. It's like the only chord change in the song. When after the bridge, which is still DCG. This is the only time you get an F, I think. Maybe in the solo you get an F. You go dun 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 F C G. Actually, it's just F C, and then you go back to the regular riff. Then there's the big chorus. There's all kinds of little licks and fills and riffs that they're 3 guitar nightmare assault we do in between all of those things. So anyway, that was good. I don't know the solo, and that was a pretty weak finale. So on that marvelous disappointment in true Top Gear Grand Tour fashion, we'll end on that. Thanks again to all of my friends who sold me t-shirts, and I keep buying them, and I'll put some links up for people to support you guys and support live music. And for God's sakes, if you need a drink, get a drink. It could be a long night. It could be a long few years. And so, all right. Oh, and fuck racist.